Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Peterson, and today I am going to talk you through how to edit your photographs if you are at home and you don't have Photoshop. First thing that you need to do is get your photo onto your computer. So if you are taking it with your cell phone, you just want to email it to yourself or airdrop it to your computer. Or if you're using a DSLR camera, you need to transfer it from your DSLR camera to your computer. So what I did was I emailed it to myself, and here is my email. Whenever you email a photo, you want to email it in the biggest form they have, the biggest size. Don't email it in a small size. So I'm just going to download this, and it's going to go directly into my well, there it is. It just popped up. It likes me a lot. You guys have probably seen this picture before, but it's going to go into my downloads. All right. So I'm going to go back over here where I was because I will be going to my downloads in a few minutes to pick that up. But what I'm going to do is take you to a website called well, if you've seen Zootopia, this one's Photopia, or if you're from Italy, Photopia. So I don't know which one it is. Anyway, the way that you're going to open this is you're going to just come right here to Clever into my room, and you're going to click on this Photopia link, and it is going to open up Photopia. And the reason I really like this one is that it really looks a lot like Photoshop, right? Now there will be some ads popping up here because it's the free version that I'm going into. But the great thing is that it has most of the things that we're gonna do in Photoshop. Most of it is right here in this free version. And it's also set up like Photoshop, all right? So the first thing that I'm going to do is kind of show you around here the layout of this program. So this up here, okay, so this is my online toolbar, but then right below that where it says File, Edit, all these kind of things, that is the main menu, okay? And just like in any other program, there's drop-down menus all through there. Now, there are other ways to get to some of these, and some of them are keystrokes, so I'll be talking about a bunch of different ways to do this. But that's the main menu. The next thing that I'm going to show you is this right over here, and that is the toolbar. Not that. That's from my, sorry about that. It's from my own web browser. This right here is your toolbar, all right? And the icons are similar or exactly like the ones in Photoshop. That's another reason I really like this online free form for you. All right, then you have the options panel. So if I pick something here, like for instance, if I pick this zoom tool and I click on it, if you'll notice up here on the options panel, it changes, all right? So if I'm going to type some letters or something, when I click on it, the options panel changes, all right? And notice this has a T for lettering, then it has the name of a font, and then it kind of goes into some different aspects. But over here on the left side, which is where all the layers and everything is, so over here on the left side, there's also some little buttons here. So if you notice, I believe it's this one right here. I guessed correctly, I guess for character. So these words right here, déjà vu, book, and then paragraph, are similar to what's up here, but there's actually some extra things right here when you're hitting this toolbar over here. All right. Now the layers panel is something that we're going to use all the time in Photoshop, And right now I'm speaking mostly to photographers. So this will come up a lot, and we will do some layers. When we're doing graphic design, there's even more. This is going to be your friend right here, the history bar. And the history was going to let you go and see 30 things back what you did if you want to change it. Now in Photoshop, it goes a lot further than 30, but this is an online version and I played around with it and it's still going to be fine, all right? And then there's some icons down here that we'll definitely use. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to import that image, and then we'll start another video in a minute. So you can use this menu right here, new project, open from computer. I'm not going to do that because it's not always going to pop up. I want to know where to get it, so I'm going to go up here to file and you'll see the same thing. I'm going to open, all right? So I open and it takes me to my computer. Well, I happen to know that in my downloads, I just downloaded that picture. So I'm going to click on the picture that I want and I'm going to choose it, and then you're going to see it pop up right here. The last thing I'm going to do, the last two things I'm going to do in this part of the video is I'm going to first of all set up the ruler bar here. And I really like to see the ruler bar because it kind of helps me see how big or how small something is. So I'm going to go to view and I'm going to click on this thing, rulers, right here. And then it looks really strange, 400, 600, 800. Well, because right now it is not in the form that I want it in. Right now it's in pixels. So I'm going to right click right there on that bar and I'm going to change it to inches because that's how I see the world in my photographs, all right? And then I've just imported this, and what I always want to do whenever I start any document, whether it be in for photography or graphic design or anything, I want to duplicate my background layer. And what that does for me is if I super duper mess up, I've got it there twice. So you can go to layer and you can press duplicate layer, all right? But I like to do keystrokes, so see that J? I'm gonna do Command J. Well, I have to be out of this. I'm going to do Command J. And what you're going to see, I don't know why that text layer came up, but this is a good way to show you. If I don't want it, I can take it and I can throw it in the trash down here. Or you can always just click it and delete it. So here I am. That's probably because I'm on that T level. I'm just going to get out of that T level. Notice this has a north, south, east, west. I always call this north, south, east, west. So if I want you to go up here to the move tool, usually I'll say north, south, east, west. But now I'm going to show you. I'm going to do Command J and look right over here. Here was the first one, and then one layer came on top of it. Background copy. It's already told me here in my history what I've done. I opened it, I opened the type tool, I deleted a layer, and I duplicated a layer. So it's just going back through the history, all right? But when I get here, I want to rename it. So if you double click on it, maybe. All right, I think probably in this format, you have to do it as soon as you open that. In Photoshop, you can go back and change them later on. Okay, this is the end of my first video. And next part, I'm going to talk about how you can adjust the basic colors and basic tone of your photo.